Guys, in the previous session we have discussed about eNB.conf. So but in that actually we have seen some of the subfiles are there, as you can see here in the line number 42, 43, 44. We have three files. So today we are going to discuss about sib config and rr config and rp config. So let's try to see these things individually in detail. So if we try to open it, the sib configuration, so we can see whatever sib1, sib2, sib3, we can see from the rrc config file, which is 36.331 specification 3gpp. So we can see some of the configurations that has been actually defined here. So sib1 we have interfrequency reselection load and qrx qrx level minimum and cell baud and window length, right? So in sib2, when it comes to the sib2, we have different configurations. One is related to random access and paging related configuration, PREG configuration, and BCCH configuration. So these are all the things. I think if you try to have a look at the 36331, some of the default parameters, some values that has been taken into consideration for our running of the L3 call, PREG configuration and some parameters. So here the parameters, you can see. If you are familiar with the parameters, then you will come to know all these things. PDSH configuration, PSH configuration, right? PCCH configuration, right? CQI and acknowledgement and PSSH, power control, frequency, and SIP3 is also defined. So there are multiple SIPs defined. SIP6 also defined. So basically, depending on the enhancements, all these things will come into the picture. What are the features that can be introduced? Depending on that, the SIPs will come into the feature. And other things you can see. This is a part of SIP2 300, which is RSA connection timer, 301 re-establishment timer. So like that, some timers also has been defined. This is for the reselection purposes, right? This is also for the reselection purposes. SIP6 for 4G to 3G reselection. SIP7 is for Geran, which is from 4G to 2G reselection. So these are the things that we can see. This is purely about the system information. Now let us try to understand RR. RR means radio resource. Radio resource, which means for the L2 and L1 resources, what are the different configurations, which is basically used in the dedicated mode of operation. So if you try to have a look at, we can see here the MAC configuration, which contains PHR configuration, which is power headroom and uplink shade channel. So this will be utilized in the HARC. So that's why you can see some of the HARC parameters along with the retransmission and periodic timer. So here in the PHR also we have periodic timer and prohibit timer. Now, and coming to the physical layer configuration, we have PHICH configuration, which is HARC indicator configuration. This is for the uplink dedicated, right, and scheduling request related configuration CQI, which will be utilized by the UV for sending the reports, and this is for requesting the resources, uplink resources, whatever new PUSH resources needs. These are cells related configuration. So this software supports carrier aggregation as well, you can see here, right? Measurement report related configurations, different events. Okay, this is about the radio resource configuration. And coming to the RB configuration, you can see SRB1, right? So you can see here CQA configuration, which is CQA equal to 7, right? I think this is one of the service, quality of service, and PDCP configuration, right? Upper layer configurations, basically RB configuration, because with respect to one particular RB, how my MAC, RLC and PDCP configurations has been defined, that will be taken care. So here you can see RLC configuration is there, which is UM mode of operation, right? QSA 9. So the multiple quality of services has been defined under the section QSA configuration. First one is QSA 7, for which this is the complete configuration, and for the QSA 9, so this is the complete configuration, right? AM mode is there here, QSA 9, right? Most probably I think this is for the VoIP call, that's why you can see only UM mode of operation here. And this is for the 5G section. Let's not talk about 5G in much more in detail. We'll discuss in the 5G aspects. So yeah, so that's it for today's video. So if you like the video, you can share and subscribe. Okay, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Jai Hind.